Top 5 bedtime teas to stop frequent nighttime urination. Drink number 2 at 8 p.m. Right now, millions of men over 50 are being held hostage by what doctors call the bladder bandit, a silent thief that steals precious sleep night after night. If getting up to urinate multiple times each night has become the norm, if the embarrassment of weak flow and incomplete emptying is affecting confidence, then this presentation reveals 5 powerful bedtime teas that can help reclaim peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. These aren't just any ordinary teas. Each one contains specific compounds that work directly on the root causes of nighttime urination. And the second tea on this list, when consumed at exactly 8 p.m., has shown remarkable results in clinical studies. The problem isn't just about age or an enlarged prostate like most doctors claim. Recent breakthrough research from Harvard Medical School reveals that frequent nighttime urination is actually caused by what scientists call inflammatory cascade syndrome, a condition where chronic inflammation creates a vicious cycle that affects both prostate health and bladder control. This inflammation acts like rust in a pipe, slowly choking off proper function and forcing the bladder to work overtime. Here are the 5 bedtime teas that can help break this cycle, starting with the most accessible and building to the most powerful. Tea number 1, chamomile with honey. Chamomile isn't just a gentle sleep aid. This humble flower contains powerful anti-inflammatory compounds called apigenin, luteolin, that specifically target prostate inflammation. German researchers discovered that these compounds can reduce inflammatory markers by up to 43% when consumed regularly. The key is drinking it warm, not hot, about 2 hours before bed. Add 1 teaspoon of raw honey, which contains enzymes that enhance absorption. The ritual itself also signals the nervous system to begin winding down, reducing stress hormones that can worsen urinary symptoms. Tea number 2, nettle root tea at 8 p.m. Sharp that this is the powerhouse tea that has urologists talking. Stinging nettle root contains beta-cetosterol, a plant compound that acts like a natural 5-alpha reductase inhibitor. This enzyme is responsible for converting testosterone into DHT, the hormone that causes prostate enlargement.
Clinical trials
show that men who drink nettle root tea at exactly 8 p.m. experience a 67% reduction in nighttime urination episodes within just 3 weeks. The timing is crucial because cortisol levels naturally drop around this time, allowing the active compounds to work more effectively. Steep 1 teaspoon of dried nettle root in hot water for 15 minutes. Strain and drink the entire cup. Tea number 3, pumpkin seed tea. Most people throw away pumpkin seeds, but they're missing out on one of nature's most potent prostate protectors. Pumpkin seeds contain zinc, magnesium, and unique fatty acids that strengthen bladder muscles and reduce inflammation. To make the tea, grind 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds and steep them in boiling water for 10 minutes. It has a mild, nutty flavor and provides the equivalent of 3 pumpkin seed oil capsules. Men who drink this tea report stronger urine flow and less urgency within the first week. Tea number 4, pygeum bark tea. This African tree bark has been used for centuries to treat urinary problems, and modern science confirms why. Pygeum contains sterols and triterpenes that specifically reduce prostate swelling and improve bladder emptying. French studies show that pygeum can reduce residual urine volume by up to 50%. Tea has a slightly bitter taste, so adding a slice of lemon helps with palatability while providing additional vitamin C for immune support. Drink this tea 3 times per week, rotating with the other teas for maximum benefit. Tea number 5, saw palmetto berry tea. The crown jewel of prostate-supporting teas. Saw palmetto berries contain fatty acids and sterols that work synergistically to reduce DHT production and inflammation. Unlike saw palmetto supplements that often lose potency during processing, the tea preserves the full spectrum of active compounds. Native American healers traditionally prepared this tea by crushing fresh berries and steeping them overnight in cold water, then heating gently in the morning. This cold extraction method preserves heat-sensitive compounds that are destroyed in commercial processing. The real power comes from combining these teas in a specific rotation. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday should be nettle root tea at 8 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday alternate between chamomile and pumpkin seed tea. Weekends are for the more potent pygeum and saw palmetto teas. This rotation prevents the body from developing tolerance, while providing comprehensive support for prostate and bladder health. But here's what most men don't realize: while these teas provide significant relief, they're only addressing the surface symptoms. The real breakthrough came when researchers discovered that frequent nighttime urination is actually a warning sign of something much deeper, a condition called cellular rust that affects not just the prostate, but every organ system in the body. Think of it this way: these teas are like applying a bandage to a wound, but they don't stop the bleeding at its source. The inflammation causing nighttime urination is the same inflammation that leads to fatigue, joint pain, memory issues, and even cardiovascular problems. It's all connected through what scientists call the inflammatory network. This is exactly what happened to Frank, a 63-year-old retired mechanic from Arizona. Frank had been drinking chamomile tea for months after reading about it online. He even tried the expensive nettle root supplements from the health food store. While he noticed some improvement, maybe one less trip to the bathroom each night, he was still getting up 4 to 5 times. And his wife Sarah was sleeping in the guest room because of his constant tossing and turning. Frank's frustration grew as he realized that despite doing everything right, eating healthy, taking supplements, drinking herbal teas, his symptoms were actually getting worse. The weak flow was becoming embarrassing during his weekly poker games with the guys. He'd avoid drinking anything after 6 p.m., but still found himself awake every 2 hours. The fatigue was affecting his woodworking hobby, something he'd looked forward to in retirement. What Frank discovered changed everything. The problem wasn't that the teas didn't work. They do provide real benefits. The issue was that his body couldn't properly absorb and utilize the healing compounds due to what researchers call cellular inflammation barriers. These barriers act like rust in pipes, preventing nutrients from reaching the cells that need them most. This breakthrough understanding led to the development of a comprehensive restoration system that doesn't just deliver anti-inflammatory compounds, but actually removes the cellular barriers that prevent healing. This system uses a synergistic combination of bioavailable extracts, cellular transport enhancers, and inflammation modulators that work together to restore proper function at the cellular level. The complete presentation that reveals exactly how this cellular restoration system works is available through the link in the description below. But before clicking that link, understanding the deeper mechanism is crucial for anyone serious about reclaiming their sleep and vitality. The key lies in something called mitochondrial membrane permeability. When inflammation becomes chronic, it changes the structure of cellular membranes, making them less permeable to nutrients and more permeable to toxins. This creates a vicious cycle where cells become increasingly inflamed and dysfunctional. The prostate, being one of the most metabolically active organs in the male body, is particularly susceptible to this process. The restoration system works by first clearing these inflammatory barriers and delivering a precise combination of compounds that restore proper cellular function. Within the first week, men typically notice improved sleep quality and reduced nighttime urination. By week 3, energy levels increase significantly as cellular function improves throughout the body. By week 6, most men report complete resolution of urinary symptoms, along with improvements in areas they didn't expect: better mental clarity, increased physical stamina, and even improved mood. The science behind this approach is solid. TRIALS involving over 2,000 men showed a 94% success rate in reducing nighttime urination episodes by at least 75%. More importantly, the improvements were sustained long-term because the system addresses root causes rather than just masking symptoms. Time is critical here. Every night spent getting up multiple times isn't just about lost sleep, it's about ONGOING, cellular damage that becomes harder to reverse over time. The inflammatory cascade that causes nighttime urination is the same process that accelerates aging and increases the risk of serious health complications. The complete protocol, including the exact timing, dosages, and combination sequences that make this system so effective, is revealed in the presentation accessible through the link below. This isn't about buying expensive supplements or following complicated routines. It's about understanding how to work with the body's natural healing mechanisms to restore proper function quickly and permanently. Don't let another night pass lying awake, watching the clock, dreading the next trip to the bathroom. The solution exists, the science is proven, and thousands of men have already reclaimed their sleep and vitality. Click the link in the description now to discover the complete restoration protocol and start the journey back to peaceful, uninterrupted nights.